Just so I get started, okay? I mean, I have so much information in the last couple of days, it's insane. I can't possibly put it all down, but I could, but I can't. But I could, but I'm not. I'll try. I'll do my best. I want to show you a 9 card. Why? Why is it like that? You see, because in all actuality, okay, if you look at that in the tic-tac-toe, those are supposed to be the 4 corners. But if they were the 4 corners, wouldn't they be upside down? They're all straight up. How come? You see, the 4 corners on this rectangle is all the way up here and all the way down there. We've got the 4 corners. The reason for this, okay, is because there's 3 dice cubes. Okay, one that covers the top, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One that covers the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, in between, there's a separation. Okay, that's the 3rd dice. That's the reason for the rectangle here. Okay, look at the bicycle bridge cards, the way they're created on the back. So what happens on this, okay, is the center part is showing you what's going on. Why the center part? Well, I can do it this way, or I can do it this way. Okay, there is a difference. So what they're showing you in the center is they're showing you northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. But it's upside down. Don't you see? It's 2 different worlds. Okay? That connection, spirit, okay, is ground in with the stand. That stand is the I. I stand for thee. The stand on that card is basically the I. Okay? It's a joint. It's a joint. I know I shouldn't switch, but I don't want to forget these. Imagine, you know what a lobster cage looks like? You know, that's holding the cords on each side, and you see a ring. Well, that ring separates all the strands, so there's passage in between. So that's how these angles go through. And that's the same reason why 2, 5, and 8, okay, is on one board, okay, and 4, 5, and 6 is on the other board, because you're in the beta world, okay, of the 2 heavens and the Zion that keeps us together. Number 5, orange 5, happy Halloween. Orange 7, thoroughbred horse racing. Red on the roulette. So let me tell you more about the 7, okay? The 7 is the master creator. He creates everything. He takes one, he takes what he can in spirit, he mixes it all together, okay, which would be the bowl of creation, and out comes number 9. On this earth, number 9 would be man's birth. So anyways, you have 3 basic rings. I'm going to try and show it to you. But I didn't finish yet with those rings. That's why the bull has a ring in his nose. You go to the bull ring, you get a wedding ring, okay, you put ear rings, the doorbell rings, the telephone rings, you have a bell, you have a tone, you have the tone of your voice from the ring of the telephone, you have bell, you have Maybell, Maybell means the Anne, which is the year of the cow, okay, everything is with a bell, everything's with a bell, everything has a movement. Is that what it means? Alexander Graham Bell gave the reason for the movement of time. Can you keep up with it? What does it mean to keep up with the movement of time? What does that mean, to keep up with the movement of time? Does time evolve? Does time advance? Time. If you take 2 chemicals and put it somewhere, time is evanescence. We're living on this earth. Our body needs to regenerate. There's certain things that do not. What is that cancer cell called? Is it the white blood cell? You can probably figure out how come it gets there. I mean, it's all coded. We all know. Look at Rubik's Cube. It's all coded. We know the one is God's Spirit. Let me have a cigarette. You don't mind if I smoke? Because if I don't smoke, I'm not smoking any weed, don't worry. But let me tell you one thing about weed. Okay? How do you want to be there in your mind, not be tired, and not falling over yourself, not hallucinating, and in control? because you're smoking weed and not taking any of those other hydro, whatever you want to call it. Those other drugs are okay to do, but you got to do it with a doctor's supervision. Because if you want to go and do it, you may as well get a pad, a piece of paper, and try to write down everything you see in that world, or why go there? Why would I go to another world unless I wanted to get something there? I wouldn't. I wouldn't smoke one joint, never. No, no. But let me tell you one thing. It's calmer in the other world. It makes me calm to learn these things. When I know I have to learn it and I can't get there, I can't stand still. That's why they call it the bipolar mind. Because it's almost like the game of pool with 16 balls. Seven of them, 9 of them are solids, 7 of them are stripes. You have the 1 ball all the way to the 8, plus you have the 8 ball, which is a solid-looking ball, and the cue ball. So you have all 9 versus 7. 9 times 7, 63 moons on Jupiter. Don't forget. Anyways, what I wanted to show you in this design is, have you ever heard of Jacob's ladder? Where is it? Oh, right here. Where is it? You see the ladder there, Jacob's ladder? Well, that's the dice cubes lined up. It creates a rectangle in which the center one covers up 2 parts. 2 parts of the tic-tac-toe. Okay, because I squared everything off in tic-tac-toe. But how many lines across tic-tac-toe? Count them. Aren't there 2 to start with? 3 when you make a line or winning row is 5, and 1 on the outside of each side is 7. You have 49 lines in that tic-tac-toe board. 49 lions. What does it mean? 649. Why would it be 649? 4 corners. One man has to play 4 while the other plays. But when the game's over, he gets the extra mark. 649. 49 marks. Anyway, so we have the dice cubes which are together. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going to take 7286 and take the tic-tac-toe board and put each number in its place and color it any color I choose, let's say orange, and I'm going to see what design I come up with. Not only that, if you haven't looked in the in the European roulette wheel, go online, look up roulette wheel, look on images, and you're going to see one where it says orphelin. Those numbers are going to add up to 57, which is I think 3 of them. 1, 6, 9, 17, 31, 34, I think are the numbers, or something like that. Oh yeah, and 20. And I take them and I put a regular roulette board setup, and I do 1. Then I put 1 face to face. Then I put 1 on the leg on the south side. Then I put 1 on the east side, both sides. I put 1 on the west. I put both sides. It creates the cross. It also creates the chime. Don't forget the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia. Philadelphia cream cheese. Philadelphia cream cheese supposed to represent the white angels sitting on a white cloud on a TV commercial. And it's been for years, and it's been there for years. And Philadelphia is for brotherly love, and this whole thing is for brotherly love. I just discovered that now. Philadelphia, oh my God, my uncle's from Boston. He lived in Philadelphia. He's one to say for brotherly love, but you know what? Now I know why he was in my life. Hey, Uncle. Yeah. I knew there was a reason for all that harassment that I think I went through, but altogether I was young and it could have been me who started it all. But anyways, I know the truth and what I believe in my mind. You know what? I don't have to tell anybody the right or the wrong. Yeah, all I know is that Philadelphia. Okay, so I'm putting that together, 7286. I am working on the Magen David balancing act of the Magen Davids, so that the soul and the God Spirit of the heaven get to work together. You see, God is the king. Okay, He found the queen. The queen was the earth. Okay, the queen was the one who took care of the earth, or was God also the queen? Let's say the queen was for real and the queen was Mother Nature. And I don't have a lighter. How's that? Don't have a lighter. Here's a lighter. So the queen was there for Mother Nature. So now God controlled its elements, and the elements mixed in with Mother Nature, but God helped Mother Nature with the elements in order for her plants to grow. He made houseflies. You ever see the eyes of a housefly? They're burgundy, just like the seven pool balls. That means they come direct from Zion. They're a part of heaven. They come here to infiltrate our forests, our backyards, and our houses. They're part of the grapevine. I think they're here as spies of the Matrix, which means they study these spirit strands and they bring back information and they hang around, but they're mostly for the outside and humid areas, because the humid areas around electrical wiring is not so good. Yeah, I was working on a couple of hexagons, and in the roulette wheel, if you look in the center, okay, you're going to notice that there's a hexagon right in the center between 14, 17, 20, and 23 on the numbers, if you take a look. Anyways, excuse me, okay, back to Orphaland, 5775. One of the reasons, and I think I might have said this in an earlier cassette, is that what happens, okay, here's 9 spots, okay, but on a 6 dice, all we use is 6 dots, okay. Now, if we turn the dice sideways, okay, we've now transferred the value of each one of those circles, this way and this way. These are the 2 cubes that make up the heavens. Why? Look in between. See that 5 in between? That's the space that you see of the 3rd cube. And it's always going to show up 2, 5, 8 or 4, 5, 6. It's always going to show up like that. Except the writings on the bottom, 7, 8, 9, let's say, and 1 and 3. And what would happen on the bottom here, okay, is because this will overlap, excuse me, boy, messed up. Anyways, when I put these 3 together, this bottom row, okay, overlaps with the cube that's underneath it. This one is where the 4, 5, 6 will go, and this cube on the bottom, it will overlap on the 1, 2, 3 side of the cube, or excuse me, 7, 8, 9 side of the cube. What does that mean? I'm going to try and write it out. I'm always stuck for time. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Anyways, the reason for the year 5775, well, there's not much time. The reason for that is because what's in the 7 hole over here, the circle 7, you see the number 7? Holy fuck. You see that number 7 over there? Okay, now that one gets taken as God, and it goes into the center. It's the center, because he creates that spirit. That 7 creates that 7 spirit, okay, with the soul, yellow, red is 7, make orange center, 5 ball and 13 ball and pull, okay? That's the God spirit of the center. That's where the strands all pass through, like those lobster cages. The rings that pass in. And you cannot go 2, 5, 8, and 4, 5, 6. It doesn't work. I'm going to try and explain it in another video. I have only 20 seconds left. It goes way too quick. Way too quick. There's passages all over. What are they going to do at the end? What's going to happen to my story? I don't know, but there are answers out there. Believe in yourself. Help Africa. Africa, Ghana,